Hey guys, you're watching JT the Ag Guy, and this is the big reveal video I was telling you guys about that was coming, and I'm not going to waste your time, but the polls were very interesting when I put on my community page. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. Some of you guys thought we're getting a new tractor, right? Some of you guys thought we're getting a new combine, okay? Some of you thought we're getting a new truck, some of you think I'm starting a new business. And some of you thought I was up to something else. So the polls are very interesting. But I'm going to turn it to me last night, and we'll show you what we actually got. So here we go. Behind you, behind the camera, you can't see it right now, is a big surprise I've been waiting to show you guys for weeks and weeks and weeks. So this is what's going to change the channel. As you know, I'm going to graduate this year, so FFA is going to start becoming less and less of a thing. So is 4-H. So I hope that this will create some new content, create some new memories, and let's just show you guys what it is. What you're looking at, folks, is 5 acres of ground that I have just rented for the 2024 growing season. Let's go! This up here behind that fence is also some of that ground that I have rented. So it's 5 acres total. There's, I think, like 2.5 up here, 3 in the back, which is what you just saw. Obviously, it's not a ton of acres, but I'm going to tell you this, guys. I could not be happier. I mean, this is seriously a huge moment for me. And when we get back to the farm tomorrow, I have a snow day. I'm going to record more. But let me just tell you the story of how this all came to be and kind of my story on ag that I've never told you guys before. You know me to kind of be this jolly ag guy. Oh, I should have that back on. But I've had a lot of, I've had a lot of interesting moments in ag. So we're going to share those. That's the big reveal. So if you're just here for the big reveal, that was it. I'm not going to waste your time with it. But if you want to hear the stories, that's what's coming out. That's what we're going to talk about. But yeah, that's a big surprise, guys. 5 acres for the 2024 growing season. So yes, I've purchased my first 5 acres of land. Well, purchase, it's not really purchase. I rented it for this year, and hopefully we can rent it years after this. But it's always step one, and step one's completed, and 5 acres, and I'm very excited about it. So guys, we did it. We rented our first 5 acres. I know some people on there are going to be, on the internet are going to be like, oh, 5 acres, that's hardly anything. We do 5,000 acres. Ho, ho, ho. But you know what? I don't care. I am grateful that I've gotten this opportunity. And we'll kind of go over how this all happened because it's a very interesting story. It actually has a lot of connection to custom harvesting. But I just kind of wanted to go over how this all came to be. Not just this certain situation, but kind of how did I get involved in agriculture? How did this, where did this love come from? And I feel like I've never felt like this story has been appropriate to talk about before until now. I feel like now that we're moving on to the next steps in this beautiful channel that we have, I feel like it's appropriate time to bring this up and address this. So I wanted to talk about it. Some of you may know this story from Mr. Jake Simpson himself on I Believe TV. I did talk about this on there because we wanted to talk about interesting stories and getting involved in agriculture, and I felt like it was appropriate when to put it on there. But I feel like now is the appropriate time to share it with all of you. Share the story of how this has happened, how the animals have happened, how this 5 acres has happened, and the trials and tribulations we've had to go through. And we're going to start off. I want to tell you guys this. So I have family actually lives in Indiana, and some of you may know this if you know me personally. But some of my family actually farms. For those of you, if you're viewing from Boswell, or not Boswell, I'm sorry, that is a town. We do have connections to Boswell. My grandmother lives there. But Brookston, Indiana, that's where my family's farm is. Sizable operation from what I remember when I was a kid. Very, very sizable. Very, very large. And this is my dad's side of the family. We would go back and we would help farm this ground. Now, obviously, we live in Iowa. It's like an 8-hour drive, I think, to Brookston, Indiana. Something like that, a little bit longer than that. So it's very, very hard to go out there and help every day. Um, but anyways, we used to go and help farm for years. Now, obviously, we didn't do everything. I don't know if we ever went back and helped plant it. We might have a couple times. I know we definitely went back and helped chisel it a couple times. And I know the biggest thing we would do is go back and help corn harvest, because that's the thing everybody needed help with. We go back for, I'd say about a week and help corn harvest. And, yeah, we would go back and help corn harvest. And we did that. Sorry, I got to reset. We did that for years. Years and years and years. And that's where my love for agriculture came from, is doing corn harvest, going back and helping farm. I look forward to it so much because it wasn't something I got to do every single day. We would go back and help every so often because that's what our schedule allowed. And we wanted to help. And there was actually talks about eventually going back and helping take over the family farm. And one year, now I can't remember exactly how old I was. I want to say I was like 10 or 12, somewhere in there, maybe 11, when we had a family falling out. And it was bad. I'm not going to go into details, but it was not good. It was not good for anyone. And so, at that point in time, we knew we weren't going to go back and help very much. There was a lot of disrespect going around. It was just not good. I'm not going to go into details about it. But anyways, basically, Grandma and Grandpa had a sizable operation, very, very large. I think they had like 2 SDS combines at the time, so it's a large farm we're talking. And for like a 9, 10, 11-year-old, 12-year-old kid, to be told you're never going to get a farm again, it doesn't really sink in until you get older. And I thought at the time, oh, well, I never get a farm again. I think, again, I can't remember how old I was. Basically, family falling out, I was never going to get the opportunity to farm again. And that was, I didn't really fully understand that at the time, but obviously, we're getting back into agriculture again. So that all happened. It went from having a sizable operation I could have inherited, eventually learn how to farm, to basically nothing. And apologies for the wind and stuff. It's snowing right now. It's a bad blizzard. I came out to the shed and filmed this, but fast forward to 2016. We purchased this farm. Purchased this. The shed, the shop over there. A year later, I think is when we start. Yeah, that's when we had our first batch of broiler chickens. And I remember that fair. I didn't win our class, but I did get reserve champion in showmanship. And that started that love for animal agriculture. And Mom and Dad made all that happen. That was their goal, is to make sure we had involvement in agriculture. And they made that happen. And so thank you, Mom and Dad. They also have helped a ton with this, but we'll get into that in a minute. We did fair for a very long time, and we're still doing fair. It's going to be my last fair this coming year. And then in 2021, we started this custom harvesting. 2021, we purchased the 4400 and the 6600, which is over there. Obviously, this is the workhorse. 6600 still needs some work on. That was the free combine we pulled across Iowa. This is the one that was in Sumner, Iowa. Purchased it, and I felt like this was an appropriate place to film this, because this is the beginning of it all. Obviously, animals have been very involved, and that's what re-sparked that want to be in agriculture. But well, guys, that's it for this video. The photo you see actually right in front of you is a picture. The upper photos of our 1086 tractor with the loader. My younger brother's in the blue coat. My mom is obviously the woman in the photo, and there's me in the green jacket. Lower photo, same tractor. It's me and my dad next to it. And I just want to show you guys this photo because this was our first big purchase for the farm. But I just want to thank you guys for the continued support over the years. I really, really am looking forward to having this opportunity to get to showcase actual row crop farming on the channel, which we've never been able to do before. I'm very, very excited about it. But the biggest piece of advice I can give you guys from learning all this stuff and learning over the years, never, ever
give up, but always ask God for guidance. And I know both those things sound like, something everybody else would say, but it's very true. If you're ever stuck in life, always pray about it. That's what I've found out in life. And if, you can't ever give up, you have to show determination. But thanks again, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm really looking forward to it. Also, real quick, congrats to Mr. Canfield Family Farmer on getting over 500 subscribers. We're proud of you, buddy. Keep up the good work.
Well, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Very, very excited for this upcoming year. It is going to be great. And I can't wait to see all the memories we make talking about agriculture, showcasing this field, and showcasing what an ag guy farm looks like. Thanks again, guys. God bless you. Take care, and good night.